Welcome to World Sage, where ancient wisdom meets modern insights. In the icy expanse of ancient Scandinavia, amidst towering fjords and dense forests, lived a man named Eirik the Wise. Eirik was born in a small village on the western coast of what is now Norway, during a time when the Norse gods reigned supreme and the land was ruled by powerful chieftains. Despite the prevalent worship of Odin, Thor, and Freyja, Eirik harbored a belief in one true god, a belief that set him apart from his kin. Eirik was born with a frail body, much weaker than the other children in his village. This physical weakness made him a target for bullies, who saw him as an easy mark. They would mock his thin frame and delicate features, calling him names and pushing him around. But Eirik never responded with anger or hatred. Instead, he would smile softly and walk away, finding solace in his inner world of faith and contemplation. From a young age, Eirik felt a deep connection to a higher power, one that transcended the mighty Norse gods. His family, devout followers of the Norse pantheon, were bewildered by his lack of interest in their rituals and stories. While his brothers would train in combat and participate in the village's ceremonies, Eirik would sit by the fjord, staring at the horizon and meditating on the mysteries of the universe. Eirik's father, Harald, was a stern man who believed in the strength of warriors and the power of the gods. He could not understand his son's gentle nature and often worried about his future. "You must learn to be strong," Eirik, he would say. "The world is harsh and unforgiving. The gods demand strength and valor." But Eirik believed in a different kind of strength. He believed in the power of kindness and compassion, virtues that he felt were more aligned with the true nature of the divine. He would often help the elderly in his village, tend to the sick, and offer words of comfort to those in distress. His actions, though seen as unusual, earned him the respect of many, even if they did not understand his beliefs. As Eirik grew older, his beliefs began to set him further apart from his peers. The village elders, who were the keepers of the Norse traditions, viewed Eirik with suspicion. They saw his rejection of the Norse gods as a threat to their way of life and feared that his beliefs could spread and weaken their community. One harsh winter, a severe storm battered the village, destroying homes and crops. The villagers, desperate and fearful, turned to their gods for answers. The village shaman, Ulf, proclaimed that the gods were angry and demanded a sacrifice to appease them. He pointed to Eirik, declaring that his heretical beliefs had brought the gods' wrath upon them. The villagers, already on edge from the storm and their losses, were quick to agree. They seized Eirik and brought him before the chieftain Thorkel, demanding that he be punished for his blasphemy. Thorkel, though reluctant, saw no other way to maintain order and agreed to cast Eirik out of the village, banishing him to the frozen wilderness. Eirik was left alone in the frigid expanse, with only a few provisions and his unwavering faith to sustain him. The biting cold and the howling winds tested his resolve, but he remained steadfast in his belief in one true God. Each night he would build a small fire and pray, seeking strength and guidance. During his exile, Eirik encountered many challenges. He had to fend off wild animals, find shelter in caves, and scavenge for food. Despite these hardships, he never lost his compassion. One day, while foraging for berries, he came across an injured wolf. The creature growled and snapped, but Eirik approached it slowly, speaking in soothing tones. He carefully tended to its wounds and shared his meager food supply. The wolf, sensing his kindness, did not attack and eventually healed under his care. Eirik's time in the wilderness was not just a test of his physical endurance, but also a period of deep spiritual reflection. He would sit by the fire and meditate on the nature of suffering and compassion. He thought of the people who had cast him out and realized that they, too, were victims of fear and ignorance. Instead of harboring hatred, he prayed for their enlightenment and well-being. After several months, the village faced another crisis. A neighboring clan, seeking to expand their territory, launched a surprise attack. The villagers, caught off guard and weakened by the harsh winter, struggled to defend themselves. Amidst the chaos, a few villagers fled into the wilderness, where they stumbled upon Eirik. Recognizing him, they begged for his help, knowing that he had always been kind and compassionate. Eirik, despite his exile, agreed without hesitation. He led them back to the village and offered his aid. His return was met with mixed reactions, but the immediate threat of the invaders took precedence. Eirik's wisdom and knowledge of the land proved invaluable. He devised strategies to defend the village and used his skills in healing to tend to the wounded. His compassion and selflessness inspired the villagers, who began to see him in a new light. The very traits that had once made him an outcast now became his strengths. With Eirik's guidance, the villagers managed to repel the invaders and secure their homes. The chieftain, Thorkel, deeply moved by Eirik's actions, revoked his exile and welcomed him back into the community. The village elders, too, began to respect Eirik's beliefs, seeing the strength in his compassion and kindness. Eirik's return marked a turning point for the village. He continued to live his life guided by his faith in one true God and the virtues of compassion and kindness. He taught the villagers that true strength lay not in physical prowess or the favor of the gods, but in the ability to love and care for one another. Over time, Eirik's influence grew. He became a respected figure not only in his village but also in neighboring communities. People would come from far and wide to seek his counsel and learn from his example. He spoke of the prophets, whose names were lost to time, but whose teachings lived on in acts of kindness and compassion. Eirik's message was simple yet profound. The true God is not found in the thunder of war or the wrath of storms, but in the quiet acts of love and mercy. The prophets of old, though their names are forgotten, taught us that compassion is the highest virtue. Let us live by their example and create a world of peace and understanding. Eirik's story is a testament to the enduring power of compassion and faith. His life teaches us that true strength is not measured by physical might but by the capacity to love and forgive. Despite being weaker than others and facing constant bullying, Eirik never harbored hatred in his heart. Instead, he responded with kindness, showing that compassion can conquer even the most formidable challenges. Through his actions, Eirik demonstrated that it is possible to reject the status quo and remain true to one's beliefs, even in the face of adversity. His unwavering faith in one true God and his dedication to the principles of compassion and kindness set him apart as a beacon of hope and inspiration. Eirik's teachings continue to resonate with us today. In a world often plagued by division and strife, his message of love and mercy serves as a reminder that we can choose to respond to hatred with kindness and to conflict with compassion. His life shows us that even in the face of overwhelming odds, we have the power to make a positive difference. Eirik's legacy lived on long after his death. His teachings were passed down through generations, becoming an integral part of the cultural heritage of the region. Stories of his wisdom and compassion were told and retold, inspiring countless individuals to embrace the virtues he exemplified. In honor of Eirik, the villagers built a small sanctuary by the fjord where he had often meditated. It became a place of reflection and prayer, a symbol of the enduring power of faith and compassion. People from all walks of life would visit the sanctuary, seeking solace and inspiration in the teachings of the sage. Eirik's influence extended beyond the borders of his village. His message of one true God and the importance of compassion reached far and wide, spreading to other Nordic communities and beyond. Over time, his teachings contributed to the growing belief in monotheism in the region, paving the way for future generations to embrace a faith rooted in love and kindness. As we look back on the life of Eirik the Wise, we are reminded of the profound impact that one individual can have on the world. His story is a testament to the enduring power of faith and the strength of the human spirit. Eirik's life teaches us that even in the face of adversity, we can choose to respond with compassion and kindness, creating a ripple effect that can transform lives and communities. Eirik's legacy is a shining example of what it means to live a life guided by love and mercy. His unwavering belief in one true God and his dedication to the principles of compassion and kindness serve as a beacon of hope and inspiration for all of us. As we carry his story forward, we honor the sage who never gave in to hatred and who showed us the true meaning of strength. Through Eirik's story, we are inspired to embrace the virtues of compassion and kindness in our own lives. We are reminded that true faith is not about physical might or the favor of the gods, but about the capacity to love and care for one another. Eirik's life encourages us to hold on to our beliefs, no matter the trials we face, and to believe in the power of compassion to create a better world. The tale of Eirik the Wise, the Nordic sage, is a timeless story of faith, resilience, and the enduring power of compassion. His life serves as a testament to the strength that can be found in unwavering belief and the impact one person can have on the world. As we reflect on his story, we are reminded that even in the face of the greatest hardships, we have the capacity to endure and inspire others through our faith and compassion. Eirik's legacy lives on, a shining example of what it means to remain steadfast in one's beliefs despite the challenges and suffering that life may bring. His story continues to be told, a reminder to all that true faith is not about avoiding hardship, but about finding the strength to endure it and emerge stronger. In remembering Eirik, we honor the power of the human spirit and the enduring legacy of a sage who never gave in. Eirik's teachings have continued to influence and inspire long after his death. His followers have spread his message far and wide, ensuring that his story is not forgotten. They speak of his courage, his wisdom, and his unwavering faith, reminding all who listen that even in the darkest of times, hope and resilience can light the way forward. As we look back on the life of Eirik the Wise, we are reminded of the power of faith and the strength of the human spirit. His story is a testament to the idea that even the most oppressive circumstances cannot crush a soul that is steadfast in its beliefs. Eirik's life encourages us to hold on to our faith, no matter the trials we face, and to believe in the possibility of deliverance and redemption. Eirik's unwavering belief in the power of compassion and kindness was not in vain. His faith laid the groundwork for future generations to hold on to hope and continue the fight for a world rooted in love and understanding. His life and teachings became a beacon of light for those who would later witness the transformative power of true faith and compassion. In the end, Eirik's story is not just about endurance and suffering, but also about the hope that lies beyond the pain. It is about the belief in a better future and the strength to work towards it, no matter the obstacles. His life is a powerful reminder that even in the face of immense hardship, the human spirit is capable of incredible resilience and faith. Through Eirik's story, we are inspired to remain steadfast in our own beliefs, to endure our own hardships with grace, and to continue to hope for a better future. His legacy is a testament to the enduring power of faith and the unbreakable strength of the human spirit. As we carry his story forward, we honor the sage who never gave in. Thank you for joining us on another journey into the past that true faith is an unyielding force that can carry us through the darkest of times. Please like, subscribe, and share it with others who might appreciate these timeless lessons. Don't forget to comment below with your thoughts or any wisdom you've encountered in your own life. Join us next time as we continue to explore the wisdom of the ages, bringing ancient insights into today's world. Until then, keep seeking knowledge and growing wiser every day. Farewell.